now we're going to unveil our guest. And our guest is Oladepo Elizabeth. Felicity, please really provide our guest.
Of course. Our guest this morning, as Gertrude already mentioned, is Elizabeth Oladepo. She's a visionary entrepreneur, agribusiness expert, and advocate for youth and women's empowerment. As the CEO of 07 Foods, she's committed to providing safe, nutritious food while driving sustainability and innovation in Nigeria's food processing industry. With an MBA in agribusiness management, Elizabeth has seamlessly blends business expertise with impact. She has trained over 644 women and young entrepreneurs, equipping them with the skills to build and scale successful businesses. Her leadership extends to global platforms. She is a leading African woman in Food Fellow, that's LAWFF, a One Young World Ambassador, and a mentor of the Youth Advisory Committee to the Kingdom of the Netherlands, where she contributes to policies shaping entrepreneurship and economic development. Elizabeth's contribution have earned her prestigious recognitions, including the Gender Mainstreaming Award for Economic Empowerment in West Africa, and recognition as one of Nigeria's top 20 remarkable MSMEs. She's also a recipient of the 25 Award for Agriculture and the Alloy Recognition Award for Enterprise. Her work and impact have been featured in the Guardian newspaper, Leading Ladies Africa, and other notable platforms, inspiring the next generation of entrepreneurs and change makers across Africa.
Amazing. You're welcome.
I love to see young women do so well.
So well.
I love to see young women break barriers, I love it when young women are not limited. It's not like, oh, I'm this age, I can't do this thing. I'm too young to do this, or it's too late for me to do this or do that. That was a very beautiful profile. It's so much. I'm excited and very happy to see that, you've been doing so much and impacting, of course, the society, especially women, lives of women.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
I'm really interested to hear your success story. How has it been for you from inception? Like, how did you come about to start this brand? Because trust me, I know it's not easy to put all of this together. So what was the drive for you? How did you start from inception to now?
Thank you, Gertrude. So when we started back in 2019 officially, it was because my daughter then had food poisoning at 8 months old.
Oh.
And as a first-time mom, it was very frightening. It was a frightening experience. And then I thought to myself, there are a lot of mothers that are also going through the same thing.
Yeah.
You hear stories of people having to have diarrhea, loss of water, liquid in their body, and then they just slump and they go like that. So I don't want that for my family. Then my beautiful mother-in-law brought yam steaks from Iseyin, because we have a farming family in Oyo State.
Okay.
So they bring the yam steaks. I process it into the yam powder for amala. I mean, transitioning to solid as a Yoruba mom officially is amala. So she gets to try it. It's so good. I was working in 9 to 5 then in a digital firm. And then I took it then. My boss gracefully became my top customer. He would always buy, packs and send his family in diaspora.
Yeah.
And that encouraged me to want to even package it. And then I asked them, see, if I package this thing, would you buy? And then I had to pick my first customer from that point. And then I built on it. I could no longer manage my 9 to 5 and the business. I had to make the difficult choice to go to business. And thankfully, 6 years down the line, we're still standing strong and moving. Yeah.
Wow, this is impressive.
Thank you.
So, you mentioned that you have to put your 9 to 5
Yes.
to start up this business. So now, for those that really want to, or they're finding it hard to make that choice, but trust me, not everybody has
Well, let's say the tenacity.
Yeah. How to really decide and say, okay, I need to put this and pick it up, mesh both together. Because people have got the ability to do that.
Yes.
So, what do you need to know when it comes to making that decision? Is it easy, or there are certain choices you need to make or be aware of to transition from doing 9 to 5 to go fully into entrepreneurship, to dream innovation?
Well, like you say, it is never easy. And it was never easy for me in the first place because I had to think of the whole process. I am going to be broke. I mean, that's the word, because where am I going to get money from?
Yeah.
There's a lot of other brands doing the same amazing stuff in the market. How do I want to compete? How do I want to stand out? Not even competing at that point. But thankfully, I think the first thing for me was that I have an amazing support system back at home. My mother-in-law stayed through with me the entire time. I'm telling you, more than 3 years she was in my house.
Wow.
So she took that burden on herself to care for my family while I drove the business, because at the end of the day, everything boils back to family. So you need to think about, can I sustain myself after work?
Yeah.
Am I mentally fit right now to go through all of these hurdles? Do I have that support at home? And then the long-term vision, do I want to do this as a part-time, or do I really want to build something that is transgenerational, something that lives beyond me?
Yeah.
So for me, I want to build 07 Foods as a brand that lives beyond me, beyond my children. You know, something like MTN, you know, the bigger brand,
something like
and
a legacy.
Exactly. So think beyond. You have to now make that decision within yourself. Are you ready to put in the work? Because the work is not just going on social media and making noise about your product or what you offer.
Yeah.
It's also what you do behind the scenes. So are you ready to put in that work? There's a lot of things to think about, but I think they can start from there.
All right.
I still have so many questions to ask, but I'm very sure Felicia
of course.
questions too.
Now, you say you're committed to providing safe, nutritious foods.
Yes.
Now, I don't know what is going on in the world, but I noticed that a lot of food we think we're consuming, organic foods we're consuming, we think they're organic, are not actually organic. For example, I go to the market, the fruits I see in the market now, there's a difference in the taste, even with the way they look, and same as the vegetables and all of the foods that we consume in the markets. Now, how are you able, I want to believe that your foods are organic, organically grown, right? So how are you able to maintain the standard, the quality, and, you know, as much as everything is so expensive in the country now, what the economy is saying, so how are you able to still maintain standard?
So first would be maintaining the relationship with the people that have given me that standard from the start, right? But let me take it back to when you say vegetables and fruits are not the same, talking about organically. So most of the time, you realize that these vegetables and fruits are grown from different soils, under different conditions, being different in color, in texture, or in shape, or maybe some have dots and all of that, does not mean they are bad. They just went through maybe harsher conditions than the others.
What about the chemicals they use these days?
So when you say chemicals, we need to be very factual here. There are some food chemicals that can be used when it comes to water conditions, climate change, and all of that. For us, we have farming families that we collaborate with, right? That they ensure that we have the same quality, and then we test for these things. For our company, we have NAFDAC certification. We also have SON, that's Standards Organization of Nigeria. So there's a standard that we work with for every of our products to ensure that, you know, it goes along with the required quality that every consumer deserves.
Now, this is beautiful to hear.
Yes. So, what type of products do you process? What type of food do you process? What type of flour? Or
okay, so we leverage on our rich Nigerian staples, our crops like yams, plantains, cassava. So we have yam flour, which is a lubo for amala. We have the unripe plantain flour, which is a super versatile food, also gluten-free. We have the oat flour and our superstar grandma's cocoa snacks made from maize.
I used to eat that a lot growing up. These days I just see it and I'm like, should I buy it or not?
I mean, you'll be scared because you're thinking, how is this processed?
Yes,
you know, what I was used to make it. And that is where we come in. We ensure that you have the right food at your table, hygienically processed food and snacks. So you can trust grandma's cocoa snack for wholesome maize, nutritious goodness that you need to have all the time.
Okay, so I take it that you make our, you know, very popular Nigerian snacks.
Yes.
Can you mention, you've mentioned the kokoro.
Just the kokoro for now.
Okay.
Yes, we're still working on that and trying to take that product to the global stage. Currently available in 6 countries and across most supermarkets in Lagos.
Wow.
For now, no, just flowers and that. However, we partner and collaborate with other business owners, other small business owners within the industry to provide families the grain that they need.
Now, okay.
So I'm going to ask you for the health benefit, because you mentioned now that the processed food you make they have some health benefits. So what are the health benefits and why should we patronize this instead of the regular one we all know in the market?
Okay, so unlike the ones you find in the local market, you can trust the fact that our product has a traceability advantage. So if you're looking to eat amala, there is no issue of I have running stomach or I have diarrhea, because it is traceable to the source. We know the partner farms. We know the processing techniques. We process and package these things in an hygienic environment, and then we deliver to you. So if you're buying from us, you know that you're getting the right amount of potassium, the right amount of protein content, daily intake, and all of that. So it's not like we're doing guesswork, right? We do the real work. We have food safety certifications, and we do other trainings that ensure that we are in line with it.
Oh, that's very beautiful to hear. Now, for someone who is very particular, gratitude knows me about what I eat. I am so particular because I react to things, especially when it's contaminated. So I'm always very careful about where I buy my things from and what I'm eating. Now, in your profile here, it says that you have trained over 644 women and young entrepreneurs. Wow, more than 644. Now, so far, how would you say, okay, first of all, let me ask you, do you like go out for, will I say collaborations or, seek training or go to schools or training centers or schools or churches, to talk to these women, first of all?
Okay, so what I do is collaborate with other business and organizations to provide training to women and young people, particularly going into business. Because I understand what it took me to start, the journey, the mistakes, the trial and error. So what I do is collaborate with people that already have existing organizations, see what they're doing and add value to it through my training programs. So it's either in school, an organization, if it's in church, wherever it is that I need to add value, you find me there.
I love that. I love it when people add value. Giving value is very, very important.
So now we're going to take a bit or more to women in entrepreneurship, or why women should venture into entrepreneurship. Because you hear most women say, oh, I'm married because of my children, I don't want to do business, or my Oladepo is providing for me, so I don't need to stress it and all that. And now you are a young woman, married, and you're still keeping your business going, doing what you really love. So I want you to talk to our women out there, the ones that feel like they don't really need to stress. Let them know that it's not all about the money, but more. I want you to just talk about them. I don't want to
value. That value is very important. What value are you adding?
So talk about me.
Well, for women, regardless of adding value, the thing is the final decision still boils down to them. If they want to venture into entrepreneurship or not. It's okay to have an odogo and enjoy life. I mean, soft life is there. But if you're going into entrepreneurship, you need to realize that you are building a nation. And a lot of people look up to more women because they find out that you have 2 kids. I have people that I look up to. They have 4, 5 kids and they are doing great things in the business. I'm like, how are you doing it? So they kind of inspire me to want to do better. And I also am inspiring another set of amazing women to want to do better. So there's a ripple effect when women do stuff and when women stand audacious to do great things. And then you find out that they are creating more jobs. They're lifting people up from poverty. They're making families safe because women are natural nurturers. We nurture. It's our nature to nurture. So when we find ourselves in spaces, we take charge and we impact other people along the way.
So what about women that really want to, they have the drive to want to start what they really want. They want to start that business. They want to pursue that dream. But they have certain restrictions. One, their partner, their husband. You see so many men say, oh, why do you need to work? I can provide for you. I don't need you working under someone. So what would you advise such women in that situation to do?
Well, not really like an advice per se, but I think they need to first itemize the reason why they want to do what they want to do and kind of talk to their partner from the point of value. it should not be a fight thing. It should be a, babe, this is what I want to do. Even if it's from a small point, I know we can do something together.
Yeah.
And then your partner sees that, okay, you are also going to be adding value to the house, even not in terms of financial value, in terms of you're doing something amazing, you're recognized for something amazing, and your husband is just proud of you. My husband is proud of me most of the time. And he says, oh, you're doing good. I'm coming to the Galaxy TV this morning. Okay, are you going to wear this? Are you going to wear that? So it just kind of brings a certain kind of joy to you.
Yeah.
So you have to come from the point of value and come from the point of peace, not war. You know, everything's going to work out at the end of the day.
We were talking about how women should venture into entrepreneurship, get the support of their husbands. So right now, for women who already have taken up this dream, this vision to do what they love, entrepreneurship, go into that business they really want to, how would they balance, or how have you been balancing your
family life,
your business, and everything is just thriving? Like, how have you been doing it?
By the help of the Holy Ghost.
Involve the Holy Ghost.
Yeah, very important.
So it's been a circle. I have an amazing circle of friends and a supportive family system.
Okay.
So, like I said, my mother-in-law is of key support. My mom also. I have times I have to travel out of Nigeria, not once or twice. And then I'm like, I need to leave the kids. I need to do this.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I try to find a balance.
Yeah.
The truth is, if you are doing something so consistently, it becomes like a daily routine.
Yeah.
You may or may not so much feel the pressure it is taking you. However, doing two good things, one will suffer. One will get the quality attention the other has. So I try to manage my time. I know family time. I don't work Saturdays and Sundays. On Sunday, don't even call me for work. Don't call me for outing. It's family time.
Yeah.
So I try to balance the time. I try to have time for kids. Once it's close of work, I go home. Do assignments, do all of that, still be a part of the family. And then when it's Monday morning, Tuesday morning, I'm back at work as the boss that I am. You know, so I just try to find the balance, even though it's not easy all the time.
Yeah.
But thankfully, I have a supportive family system. I can call my sister-in-law and tell her, big mommy, I need to travel tomorrow to Senegal. I need to do this. I need you to help take care of the kids. And if they're available, they come and help me watch my kids. So I just try to ask for help. I think that's the word. I ask for help when you need help, just ask for help.
Very important.
And learn to manage your time.
Exactly.
To balance both with your family and your business.
Exactly.
So, all right. Now, let's talk about 07 Foods. Back to 07 Foods.
Yeah.
You started this business 6 years ago.
Yes.
And I know that, first of all, have you encountered challenges? Let me not jump to conclusions. They say women always jump into conclusions. So let me not jump to conclusions. Did you or have you experienced challenges since you started this business?
That's a whole lot.
Please, talk to us about them.
A lot. When I first started, remember I started from the pain point of my child's food poisoning issue.
Yeah.
So I just started the business like, you know, we're going to go into this thing. You know, even if I had,
we're gonna kill it.
But when it comes to business, there are a lot of factors to consider.
True.
There's brand positioning, there's pricing, there's logistics, there's financing. Having to understand all this. But thankfully, when I started, I got my first asset grant from the Beauty and the Clay Foundation. That was like a very big generator that helped me. Okay. So imagine buying that at that time for like 300K. They sorted that for me.
Okay.
And then I was able to join Faith Foundation's Orange Corners program to learn about entrepreneurship and deeply practice it. So my learning is still what is helping me today. Because from starting, I didn't know my pricing. My products that was supposed to be valued at, say, 700 naira, I was selling at 450. And I was proudly
Were
saying
you
that
doing
I
it because you were new in business or because you did not study entrepreneurship?
I had no idea on how pricing should be.
Okay.
So even from my house, I was still working from my kitchen. So I would just get the yam steaks, process them, package, and let me add 200 naira on top of it. And that was it. I did not consider that if I wanted to build a stable business that would be sustainable, I need to figure out my overhead cost of fuel. But because it's my house, I'm like, maybe they'll bring lights. Shebi my shebi will on
You're better than
you know, I did not think that if I was going to live there,
Yeah.
I would not be able to sustain my business at that price point. So there was a lot of things missing. That is why knowledge, education, going all out networking is key. You get to find the right people, the right resources that will take you from the point of no knowledge to where you're supposed to be.
Now that you mentioned networking, a lot of people underestimate the importance of networking. They think it's just about doing everything by yourself. They don't know the importance of, going out there, meeting people with like minds, doing the same business or even other businesses that you can learn from each other. Now for you, your network, right? How do you position yourself in the right places?
I position myself again from the point of value. I don't look at it from the point of I want to come and take from this person.
Okay.
I look at how can I be of value to you? What are you particularly doing? How can we collaborate? So that's how I look at it. Networking for me is beyond give me your number. It's beyond give me your social media, let me follow you.
Yeah.
I see it as what are you doing and how can we work together? How can I be of value to you? Oh, you have I've had people that they just reach out. I'm like, oh, Tamara, I have one program. My friends call me Tamara, by the way.
Okay.
I have a program that I want to run. I need you to help me run this. I need to help you do this. And I show up for them. That is also my way of keeping the network. Sometimes there are some people that are out of reach for me. But what I do is read their blogs, read their newsletters, attend their seminars, and that all makes the difference for me. I don't necessarily need to be in their face or in their circle at all the time. But networking really has helped me go a long way. Giving me opportunities. You will see people that talk about blue oceans in your front, the opportunities in your industry that you do not know. But when you speak with them in certain gatherings, you begin to realize that, man, there's a lot I'm missing out on. So networking is a no-brainer. It's non-negotiable for me and my business.
You hear that? As an entrepreneur, as a woman in business, you have to network. It is very, very important. Also, I want to talk about collaboration. What do you think about collaboration? There are people that will tell you, oh, please, I can do it. See, I'll always say in business, you can't do it all alone. You mentioned something about asking for help when it's necessary. Now, a lot of people, or there are some people who think, you know what, I can do it alone. I don't need you. And there are actually people, we see even for the big brands on social media collaborate with other bigger brands, to, deliver. Now, what is your take on collaboration?
Collaboration is, as you say, it's no brainer. We have to collaborate with one another if we really want to go far. When you find those big brands collaborating, they understand buyers' personnel. They understand the consumer needs at the moment. So I do not need to go and create another brand to do something else. Like you asked about the grains. I do not need to start processing those grains directly when there are other businesses that are doing it already, right? I don't need to start saying, I want to open a farm right now. When I know young women, young farmers doing great things, I can work with them, collaborate in terms of value and see how we can get money from this business, right? Me getting into collaboration first was even deeply inspired by Auntie Moji of Modre Foods. I used to create December hampers. And I'm like, see, Auntie Moji, I don't really understand this thing because I'm not the one that does all these things. I don't like trouble. Someone will come and say, you did not sell my market. And I don't want trouble. And then she puts me through thoroughly. Sharing knowledge is also collaboration. So I think collaboration will help us go far. So you want to supply 1,000 bags of rice. You don't have 1,000 bags. I'll meet someone that has 500. I'll had my 500. And we sell. It's a win-win for both of us. Right?
Yeah, we even see this happen in the market. You go to a marketplace. I want to buy seasoning cube. This particular brand. I don't have it, but hold on. I'll get it from the other store. Then they go.
And the best example is even those Yaba guys. You want to buy jeans. Like, oh, I get it from another shop.
Exactly.
Collaboration without thinking of you are going to stifle my growth or you're going to shut me out. I think it's
listening to you speak has been a whole lot.
Inspiring.
Fully packed. So you mentioned, while trying to build a brand, you mentioned collaboration, you mentioned networking, you mentioned going through trainings, financial aspects, strategies for marketing, and all of that. So I want you to talk to our entrepreneurs out there because so many people are getting it wrong. They don't know their niche. They don't know what really works for them. They don't understand the usefulness of understanding your target audience as a brand. So put all of this together and just let them know, let them be aware of the things they need to know to get it right.
So for my fellow entrepreneurs, I think what I would say right now is for you to have a clear understanding of your business from the scratch.
Mm.
So even if you don't understand, now take out the time to build a business model canvas for yourself. Now, a BMC gives you like a skeletal look of your business.
Sorry to interject. A business model canvas,
Yes,
is it different
it's a
from having a
tool.
business plan?
So it's kind of a business plan.
Okay.
But you know, a business plan has like say 40, 50, 60 pages.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But a business model canvas is just a page document.
Okay.
You can deeply think, who are my customers? Just write it down. Don't think of big English.
Mhm.
Break it down in pieces. What's my cost structure like?
Mm.
What's my revenue streams? How do I want to even make money?
Mhm.
You know, what's my customer relationship like? Who
Yeah.
are my partners? Your partners are like your logistic people, your data service providers,
Yeah.
your suppliers. You just break everything down. And when you're able to do this, it's the first step to clearly understanding your business. And this will even give you more clarity to say, where am I lagging behind? Where do I need to put more structure? Do I need to reduce my overhead costs? You can't make decisions without understanding your business.
Mm.
And you need to keep your books. This is not negotiable.
Yeah.
Keep your books,
Very
your
important.
finances, your income and your expense.
Yeah.
If you cannot afford those paid softwares, because my company uses a paid software. If you
Yeah.
can't afford those softwares, you can get free tools or just use your Google Docs to keep record
Very easy.
Mm.
and ensure you are compliant. Next year, the way they are bringing tax to us next year,
Mhm.
me and you
Not funny.
know that it's not going to be funny. So you have to be prepared.
Yeah.
And preparing is not waiting till you say New Year resolution. It's starting now.
Mhm.
And I know we can both do it. So I got you.
Yeah, okay. She got you.
Yeah. So in your profile, you mentioned, and earlier you mentioned training
Yes.
for women. So how is your training like? Do you have anyone coming up soon, or anyone that you've done before now?
Okay, so we have done about 3 to 6 this year.
Oh.
And yes, and that's why the numbers 644 is not even correct, because at the end of the year that I wrap up all the numbers together.
Yeah.
So, but my other company, EQ Africa, we're trying to do a vision board, a clarity vision board for African entrepreneurs. So we're going to be having our plan for the next year,
Oh.
but we're going to be having that in December this year. So that is coming up, and then we'll share it across our social media handles.
Okay.
Okay.
So where is the training going to take place? Is there a
It's going to be
location?
virtual.
Virtual.
Yes,
Oh,
it's going to be
nice.
virtual.
So everybody
can be a part
be
of
a part
it.
of
Just
the
ensure you
class.
have data and you come with an open mind.
All right.
Okay.
So if they're trying to
But
reach
is
you,
there no fee for,
It's
to be
free.
part of the training?
It's free. Yes.
Wow.
Most of my trainings are free. My friends do tell me that you need to start charging. I'm like, I don't know. I get all of these things most of the time for free. So
Okay.
it's on me to pay it forward. So I do most of my trainings for free.
All right.
Oh.
So if they're trying to reach you, like your social media platform, your phone number, can you share it with our
Yes.
audience?
So if you're trying to reach us at 07 Foods, it's at 07 Foods on Instagram and Facebook. Our phone line is 090-144-51337. And if you're looking out for our trainings, just follow us at EQU Africa. That's IKIYOU Africa on Instagram.
Wow.
All right. Thank you so much,
you so
Elizabeth.
much.
Thank
Thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed your time here.
I did.
You can tell she did.
I can tell
I was
she
just feeling all the
did.
ginger energy, like,
oh my goodness. So do you have anything to say to her?
no. I mean, you said so much.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also a business owner, so I've learned so much from you too.
Honestly,
Thank you.
you
Thank
came
you for having me.
fully packed. So if we call you next time, you're going to come for the program.
All the time.
Oh, that's amazing, girl. Thank you
you.
so much. Thank you so much to all our viewers out there. Thank you so much for joining us today on Women's Corner. See you same time, same station tomorrow. My name is Gratitude Imokade. Bye.
My name is Felicity. You can do.